everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hello, my name is V. I am posting one video every single day up until Christmas. That is 25 videos. We are on day 16. If you missed any of my previous ones, make sure to check those out. Trust me, you do not want to miss out. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications as I'm doing tons and tons of giveaways throughout the month of December. Make sure you are paying attention to the community section of my channel as that is where I'm going to be announcing the winners. So definitely do not miss out on those posts. That being said, I am doing a white wintry design for you guys. I'm adding a little bit of sweater nail design in there. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Now let's get right into it. Getting right into today's video, I am starting off with a pre-prepped practice hand. I applied the Not Polish Universal Tips, cut them down a little bit shorter than you guys are used to seeing. They're still long, yes, I know. I am applying Milky White from Not Polish onto part of the nail. I'm going to be doing a kind of a color blocking effect, and I'm just applying that on the top part of the nail, bringing it down very, very gently, and then I'm going to be squaring off the tips. So part of the tip is going to be clear. I'm cleaning that up with my acrylic brush from Not Polish, size 12. I've been loving this brush ever since I started using it. Definitely got used to the bigger size already, so I do like it. If you guys are looking for a bigger size brush, definitely recommend this one. So I'm just trying to carve that out as nice as possible. If you guys are familiar with my videos, you will note that I do not like using an X-Acto knife. So I like to just kind of brush away any excess product. Now I am applying a bead near the cuticle area and just blending that down. Now I'm going to be placing some chrome metallic flakes. I believe they go by both of the names. And I'm just applying that on the clear part of the tip. And I'm just carving out that section as it's going to be kind of a striped look. So we're doing white, clear with a glitter mylar. And then I'm adding another layer of white. And I'm just doing this very gently, trying to not get it into any of the other areas. And it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Definitely a unique type of design. Now I'm going to be applying the white color onto the ring finger as well. This is going to be a full white nail. So I'm starting off with a medium-sized bead of acrylic, applying that near the middle section, and then I start bringing that product down by just wiping the sides. I use very light tapping motions to also flatten it out and bring it down just a little bit more. And then I'm going to be blending that tiny bead of acrylic that I placed on the tip. I felt like I needed a little bit more thickness. And I'm going in with another bead up top and then gently blending that downwards. I mentioned this before in lots of my videos, but it is really important to focus on your liquid to powder ratio. That is going to help you tremendously. Products that you are using also have a lot to do with your liquid to powder ratio and how well you are able to work with that product. So the Not Polished products are very, very buttery, very blendable. So as you can see, they almost self-level by themselves. I don't have to do too much work with it. As long as I'm keeping the sides clean, it does everything else on its own. So definitely recommend Not Polished for beginner nail techs. Now I'm going to be doing a slanted design on the middle finger. So I'm going to be doing basically the same thing that I did on the pinky, except I'm going to be slanting that line. So I place the acrylic where I want to, and then I just start carving it out with the tip of my brush. It helps if you make sure that your brush is a little bit more on the flat side, and definitely a lot drier. If you have a brush that is wet, it's going to blend that powder down. And I feel like if you are working a little bit on the slower side, that would help. However, I try to do things very quickly and time efficiently, but I do know when you are a beginner, you will be a little bit slower. So if you do need a little bit more time to work with that and to carve it out, always make sure you just put a little bit more monomer on your brush, and that will do the trick. Then of course I'm applying those Mylar little chunks on to the tip as well. You can use some clear acrylic and adhere them to the nail, and then you can move on to the next step. Now I'm going to be doing an ombre effect on the index finger. So I'm applying white at the tip, and then I'm going to be bringing those Mylar chunks down from the cuticle area. Now I am going to be encapsulating using not polished clear acrylic. I'm focusing more on the areas that have the Mylar flakes, specifically because I did add less product in those areas, so I want to make up for that. Instead of encapsulating it right when I did it, I went ahead and left it without product, just the Mylar flakes, and now I am focusing on that area, trying to build that up along with the rest of the thickness of the nail. Once everything is nice and dry, I am going in and filing with my Kiara Sky Rechargeable e-file. I am using my 5-in-1 favorite bit. It is medium grit, and I'm just gently going on top of the surface and filing it, trying to make it as smooth as possible. I do have my e-file at about 8,000 RPMs. I gently go around the cuticle area first, trying to get that product as flush as possible to the natural nail. And then I go vertically up and down the rest of the nail with the thicker part of that bit. So again, around the cuticle area very gently, and then over top of the surface. I will say, if you are struggling with your e-filing, definitely recommend you guys check out my beginner basics playlist. I have everything sorted out on my channel, so it's easy for you guys to find. I have very, very in-depth videos on everything that you would possibly need when you are a beginner. And then the e-filing video does go really in-depth on exactly how I file. I'm going in with my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file, filing the sides, making sure that it is nice and crisp. And I'm going to be repeating that on the rest of the nails. Once I'm done filing the sides, I am going directly in with my hand file and filing the surface as well. I felt like I could do a little bit more filing, so I'm just going in very quickly and filing the surface, trying to get it as smooth as possible. I am going to be doing some nail art, so I definitely don't want any ridges or anything like that. So the hand file helps remove any bumps that you might have left behind. Now flipping the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective, I am filing that nail into shape. At this point, you can see any imperfections that you may have missed. It is really important that you look at the nails from every possible angle to make sure that they are flawless. If you need to do any fixing, make sure to do that at this point. I'm going in with my sponge buffer from Profiles Backstage and filing the surface of the nail, making sure that it is nice and smooth. This is going to be the perfect prep for my nail art. You want the surface to be nice and smooth for that application so you don't struggle. I'm cleaning the surface of my practice hand with a lint-free wipe and some swipe. Both are linked in my Amazon storefront. When working on a client, you can absolutely have them wash their hands. I just feel like this is quicker. And of course, on a practice hand, dust is going to stick. However, on your client, all you need to do is clean the surface of the nail. Now I'm going in with Matte It from Not Polish. I am going to be doing some topical nail art over top of that, doing a little bit of sugaring, so I want to have my base down before I go in with that. So I'm placing that in the light for 1 minute, making sure that it is nice and cured. And then I'm going to be applying that on the index finger as well. I wasn't too sure exactly what I was doing, so I went ahead and just prepped that just in case I wanted to do some nail art on the index finger. Sweater nails are in, and I had to give this one another go. So I'm going in and doing another sweater nail art design on the pinky. And I am using white gel paint. I wanted it to pop a little bit more, of course, because we are using the exact same color. And I am going in and drawing the lines. And then I'm going to be connecting that. I am using frosting gel paint from Profiles Backstage. Along with that, I'm using my nail art brush, my go-to nail art brush from Amazon, my favorite, my OG. So definitely recommend if you guys are looking for one. Now while that gel paint is still wet, I am going in with Pixi from Profiles Backstage, very, very microfine glitter, and just pouring that over top of that surface. This is going to give it that extra little detail that you want. So I'm sugaring that on there, making sure that it is nice and coated, and then I kind of dust it off. And then you want to place that in the light, make sure that it is nice and cured. Now moving on to the middle finger, I'm gonna go along that slanted line that I did, and I'm going in with a very light purple. I did use just a regular purple gel paint from Profiles, and then I mixed it with white. I thought I included that footage, but I did not, so I apologize for that. But I just took a little bit of purple, added white until I was happy with the shade. I wanted it to match very well with the flakes, and I feel like it gives it a cute little accent. So I am doing the exact same sweater nail art design, doing the lines first and then connecting them together. I'm also going to be doing sugaring on this one as well. So remember, before it is dry, you want it to be wet. You want to pour over your glitter or acrylic powder if you're using acrylic. Now make sure you are curing that in the light. Now I'm going in with Young Nails brush on glue and applying that around the cuticle area. Whenever a client asks for a simple crystal design, this is my go-to. I love it. It's simple, yet it goes with every single design you could ever do. So no matter the design, if you add some crystals to the cuticle area, it will look so pretty. So I'm just adding that along the cuticle area, kind of bringing it a little bit down on the side so it doesn't look funky. And then I'm going to be doing that same sort of design on the index finger, just bringing it down very, very lightly. I thought it would look a little bit funny, but it actually does not because we have that white background to work with. Once I'm done with that, I am applying Matte It from Not Polish on the nail that I did not apply anything to. And I'm going to be curing that in the light for at least 1 minute. I like to do 2 minutes. That basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.